Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Night Flame here. Today we are back with part two of the mental health update. First part, I spoke about like how everything went downhill for me and all that stuff. In this part, I'm gonna explain how it started versus how it's going, so that way you can see an idea of the stuff I go through daily. Now, again, like I say, usually don't just ignore the gameplay. It's currently just me on my survival world, which is survival adventures. If you do want to join survival adventures, because this is what helps me keep my mind off things. If you want to come join, then let me know by joining the Discord server. If you can't join that, I'll be streaming tomorrow around morning, so you can come join my stream, whisper me, let me know, and I'll try my best to come back to you about it. But in the first part, I spoke about how life was getting tough. What I'm going to say in this part is going to probably touch a bunch of people. Now, safety warning: if you don't want to hear anything about like self harm and stuff, I would suggest leaving this video right now. Otherwise, I have gave you a warning. So anything beyond this point is your choice to watch. But I am 18 years old, right? I'm 18 years old and I'm doing YouTube. When I was born, I was told I had epilepsy and color blindness and one kidney. During that, I didn't understand as a kid. As a kid, I did not understand what that meant. So, at the time, I never knew I could have problems with that, like flashing lights or anything. As I grew older, I was bullied in primary for my epilepsy, and during that point, I realized how bad it was and how most things I couldn't really do. The reason I started YouTube in the first place actually was to help others smile and forget about their problems. And if that is helping you, do let me know. Because all I want to do in life is just help people so that they aren't struggling. But as a child, I actually also never knew my auntie was an alcoholic. And as a kid, I didn't know what it was. Because I was a kid, I didn't really understand at first. As I grew older, things became more aware to me about everything. And when I met ShadowToad, aka the man I'll link in the comments and stuff, not the comments, description, I mean, um, he started explaining it to me. Because obviously I'm not the brightest person, so I'm not going to understand much that other people do. When I got told all the stuff that he knew about it, I realized how bad it was, and I didn't know what to do. Um, before I met ShadowToad, though, I did meet a guy called Skull who you see in this and stuff. I'll link both channels down below in the description. What I'm gonna say, right, is I don't know how to put this easily. When I mentioned that I was putting on a fake smile to all of my mates since year 10, I had ShadowToad message me this morning saying, like actually, I don't think I'll pull it up, but he messaged me saying like how he was sorry and how he felt bad, I think, and obviously I was a bit like, yeah, that's fine and stuff. I just don't want to tell people because some people will take advantage of it. And so I didn't know who I could trust. And as I said this to Thanos Gamer, there's not many people I do trust. Because the amount of arguments I've had with my mates, the amount of times I've spent just arguing with most of them, that's also what took a toll on me to not trust many people. Because as I grew older, I kept having people have a go at me saying like, "Oh, you're always sticking by this one person's side, and you're choosing the wrong side." And I'm like, I don't want to pick a side. Just be friends and deal with it. If you don't like each other, don't speak to each other, but don't bring me into your business. And so, the main things that take a toll on my mental health, which Skullslayer and ShadowToad don't know about, is friendships as well, most of the time. Because I'm sat here wondering, like, who's my friend, who's not. So, Thanos Gamer, if you're watching the second part, right, the way we spoke in the comments, I feel bad for you. I really do. Like, it seems like you've gone through hell as well. The amount of hell I've gone through is because I've had a lot of girlfriends in the past, right? I the only reason I have a lot of girlfriends in the past was because they kept saying that they weren't gonna leave me and how they weren't gonna like break my heart. And obviously at the time, me being me, I didn't know that they weren't telling the truth. And so I just decided to go along with it. Sorry if I like pause for a minute, by the way. Just gonna point it out. If I pause and stuff, it's probably because I'm trying to think of how to put things. But what I'm on about is there are some things in life that take a toll on my mental health. And these things do include friendships, relationships, and there'll be times I don't understand things that other people do. But that is only because I don't trust people and I hardly speak to people. Like, I used to always be the first one to say hi in a group chat. Nowadays, I'm waiting for someone else to talk. And if no one talks, I'm just sat here just like, what's the point of me talking? Because they're probably busy. But then throughout the day, I get told they aren't busy, and that I'm just misunderstanding. So my problem, I would say, is that that I do misunderstand things that other people do, and I'm pretty sure Skullslayer could and probably will agree with me on that. Like, I've made grave mistakes back in the past. I will admit that. I've made a lot of mistakes in the past. But that's only because I just don't understand things that other people do. So, enough about my mates, right? Enough about ShadowToad and Skull. You're probably sitting here thinking like, oh, you just need to find like the actual closest friends you have. The problem with that is that I'm struggling to find people to talk to. And one of the things that really, really did break me was one of my mates or old editors, Michael. He was a good friend of mine since preschool, and I literally promised him that if he was in trouble, I'd take the blame for him, I'd do all that stuff for him. And there was this one day he was out with his mates, and some people attacked him and his mate, and he got pushed into a wall, and he couldn't save his mate. So he pushed one of the dudes away, ran over to another dude, and slammed their head into a floor, apparently. Now, at the time, he didn't want to use brute force because he knew it was wrong, but he did it to protect his mate. So, when he went to go check on his mate, this is something I was just told, like, recently. Apparently, that guy was put in a coma. With a head injury, apparently, and I was sat there just like, oh shoot. Just like, because you never really understand who's going to be your closest friend till you like see one of your mates just get injured that badly. Now, when I got told this, I was like, okay, I'll take care of him for you, mate, don't worry. And I promised him that he would be okay. I get a phone call 3 days later by Michael saying, dude, can you get Amelia, which is his girlfriend? And when I was asking why, he just said he needed to talk to her for one final time. And so I gave Amelia the phone, and I got told he was in prison. He was then had his case reopened this year. I believe it was. I think it was this year or something, like nearly the year before. And Skull doesn't know this, actually. It's just about to find out. Is that as Michael got out, he got ill. And we didn't know what it was at the time. The thing that broke me about Michael was finding out that the illness he had was actually something that ended up killing him. Now, I heard news from his mates saying like, "Oh my," like, because at the point in time I was at college, right? I was at college and I was just like being completely fine. I get a phone call off Amelia as soon as I finished college, and she told me that Michael went to hospital, and when she went to go visit him, they wouldn't allow her to see him. And apparently he didn't make it, and I was sat there just on the bus, just like, this is just it. I've just lost one of my closest mates that I promised I'd keep safe. And after that, I was just like, I don't want to tell anyone. Because I know then they'll just be like, well, that's not our fault or something. So I was just sat here just like, I'm not going to tell anyone. So me and Amelia were dealing with that for a good while. Just wondering, like, how do we get over this? And then I started pre-recording episodes so I could sit by Amelia, help comfort her and stuff. And during that, Amelia told ShadowToad, but we never told Skull because we didn't want him to, because he has a lot of stuff going on in his life as well. The way it got put to me, I broke down instantly. Like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know if what I was being told was true. I didn't want to believe it. And last year, it brought me. It wasn't, but before Michael, didn't make it. I was down a hole that I didn't know I could get out of. I had not spoken to people about it, and because obviously I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to just walk up to them or like text them saying like, by the way, I'm going through this and this, and I've wanted to, and I've had times where I've wanted to just end it there. So when I got told Michael had died, I was like down that road again, and I just, I felt the sudden urge to just end my life just right there. I didn't know what the purpose was for me still being here, because this man was not only my best friend, but he went to prison for an accidental murder that was supposed to be for 5 years, and came out, saw his girlfriend once, and just never got a chance to say goodbye to her. The thing that broke me about it was the fact that he never got to say goodbye to her. His last words to her was, "I love you." And I was just, like, the last words he even said to me was, "Keep Amelia safe," before he went to prison. I never got a chance to speak to him after that. The reason I just didn't want to be alive after that was because I have a lot of best friends, basically, right? I have my oldest best friend, Michael. I have his brother. I have a bunch of people that could have helped me through it. Skull is one person on that list as well, of best friends. I'm not sure about ShadowToad, to be fair, at the moment. But as soon as I got told the news about it, I was like, oh, fuck. Because I didn't know what to do. And at that point in time, Lacey also wasn't texting me, so I didn't even get a comfort off my own girlfriend. So, you know. If you want to know more about Lacey, I'll tell you more about her in part 3 if you want a part 3. But Thanos Gamer, if you are watching this again, right, I'm gonna let you know, mate. There are points in life that become chapters from a game. Like you're gonna experience bad times. You're gonna experience people's death. With you, mate, I don't know if everything you told me. I don't know if you can trust anyone else after that. I don't want to go into detail on public about it because I know people can read comments, but honestly, mate, if you do ever want to talk, right, hook me up on Discord. Let me know everything, how you're feeling and stuff, because I don't want you to feel like you're alone in this. You will experience some troubling battles. You will look at people and just not feel like they're worth it to talk to and stuff. But I promise you, mate, if it ever gets that bad, like how bad with me, so like how I wanted to just end it there, do let me know. Because these videos I make are to help people that are struggling and show them that there are still good people in the world. So I don't want you to feel like there's just no one else in the world for you now. Like there's no nice people and stuff. I don't want you to feel like that. So if you do ever need that one person to just talk to, even if it's like just a problem to speak to someone, I don't mind being there. Because I do this with shit. Shoot. I'm dead. Oh well, there goes all my stuff. But yeah, like if you want me to do an actual talk on everything, then I will on part 3, but at the moment this is what I just wanted to talk about, how some people will lose interest and some people will stick by your side. I'm going to show you this now, actually. Yeah, this is the server. Thanos. Yeah, hang on. So yeah, Thanos Gamer. If you do ever want to play, like, if you play Minecraft still, you don't want to play a Minecraft server to just relax and stuff, I can invite you to here if you want. I'm a streamer as well, so you can text me on Twitch if you want. I'm doing live tomorrow. I'll put, if you want my Twitch, I'll let you know in the comments. But yeah, if you do need that one person to talk to, just let me know. All right, mate. That is if you do watch this. So yeah, that's gonna be all. If you do want a part 3, let me know. But I can do talks on live stream as well if you want. But that was all. Thank you.